Hello, beautiful viewers, and welcome to Sussex Spotlight. If this is your first time here, I'm absolutely thrilled you've found us because you've just discovered your new go-to source for all the royalty and Sussex updates you could ever want. Today, we're diving deep into what appears to be a major power struggle brewing within the palace walls, and honestly, I couldn't be more here for this royal drama. Before we get started, if you're loving what you're hearing already, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It would mean the world to me as we're just getting started on this incredible journey together. Now grab your favourite drink, get comfortable, and let's unpack this absolute mess together. So here's what's happening. We're witnessing what can only be described as a full-blown hierarchy crisis within the House of Windsor. Recent reports are painting a picture of serious tension between the current monarch and his heir, and it's all centred around one person, Prince Harry. According to multiple royal sources and expert analyses, including recent commentary from renowned royal biographer Tina Brown, King Charles is reportedly growing frustrated with his eldest son's approach to royal duties and his attitude toward family reconciliation. Meanwhile, the Prince of Wales seems to be operating under the assumption that he can dictate terms to his own father. The audacity is truly something to behold. Let's talk about what's really at the heart of this drama. Recent expert analysis suggests that the heir apparent has been displaying behaviour that essentially ignores the established royal hierarchy. And when I say ignores, I mean completely disregards the fundamental principle that there's still a king on the throne. A senior palace insider reportedly described the dynamic as concerning, noting that the direct heir sometimes seems to forget, whether by accident or design, that there is a hierarchy and that he ranks one below his father. Can we just pause here for a moment? Because this statement is absolutely loaded. When palace sources start making comments like this, you know the situation has reached a breaking point. This isn't subtle royal commentary, this is a direct challenge to someone's behaviour. The implications here are massive. We're talking about the fundamental structure of the monarchy being questioned. The current system works because everyone knows their place and respects the chain of command. When that breaks down, you get chaos. And according to royal experts, this lack of deference isn't happening in a vacuum. It's specifically related to the ongoing family rift and the king's desire to repair his relationship with his younger son. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Royal biographer Tina Brown has made some absolutely explosive claims recently. She suggests that King Charles desperately misses Prince Harry and is genuinely interested in rebuilding their relationship. But here's the kicker. This desire for reconciliation is reportedly causing significant friction with the Prince of Wales. The situation appears to have reached a tipping point during Harry's recent visit to the UK. While the monarch chose to meet with his younger son privately, the heir apparent was apparently less than thrilled about this decision. Reports suggest that this meeting created considerable tension within the immediate royal circle. What's particularly fascinating is how this dynamic is playing out publicly. We're seeing competing narratives emerge from different royal camps, which is extremely unusual for an institution that typically presents a united front. The Prince of Wales seems to view any reconciliation efforts as a betrayal, while the king appears to be prioritising family healing over institutional politics. It's a fundamental disagreement about values and priorities, but wait, there's more. And this part is particularly juicy. Royal experts have been commenting on what they describe as contrasting approaches to royal duties between father and son. While one has been maintaining a full schedule despite health challenges, the other has been, well, let's just say, taking a more selective approach to engagements. This difference in work ethic appears to be another source of tension. Recent analysis suggests that the king has been less than impressed with his heir's commitment level, particularly during a time when additional support was needed due to health concerns. We've seen this pattern before: criticism about the number of engagements, the level of commitment, and the overall approach to royal responsibilities. But now it seems these concerns are being voiced at the highest levels within the palace. Royal expert commentary has suggested that there's an expectation that the heir should be stepping up more significantly, especially given the circumstances. Instead, we're seeing what appears to be selective participation and strategic absences from key events. What's absolutely fascinating about this entire situation is how it's playing out in the media. We're witnessing what can only be described as competing briefing campaigns from different royal camps. This is unprecedented territory, folks. Traditionally, the royal family maintains strict message discipline. When you start seeing contradictory narratives and conflicting sources, it means the usual systems have broken down completely. Recent reports suggest that one camp has been particularly active in media outreach, attempting to shape the narrative around family dynamics and succession planning. But here's what's interesting: the responses seem to be getting increasingly direct and pointed. The message being sent appears to be clear. Respect the hierarchy, focus on your current role, and stop trying to dictate terms to the actual monarch. It's a masterclass in royal communication when you know how to read between the lines. What's particularly telling is the timing of these various reports and statements. They're clearly coordinated responses to previous briefings, suggesting an ongoing back and forth that's quite unlike anything we've seen before. Here's something that's probably adding fuel to this fire: public reception. Harry's recent UK appearances reportedly received overwhelmingly positive responses from the public. People were genuinely excited to see him, and his charitable engagements were well received across the board. This positive reception stands in stark contrast to some of the lukewarm responses we've seen to other royal engagements lately. The British public's enthusiasm for Harry's return, even temporarily, sends a pretty clear message about where their sympathies lie. Royal expert analysis suggests that this public support for reconciliation may be influencing the King's perspective on family healing. When the people you serve are clearly supportive of bringing the family back together, it becomes harder to maintain rigid positions. Meanwhile, the heir apparent reportedly views this positive reception as problematic, given the family tensions of recent years. It creates an awkward dynamic where public opinion seems to favour reconciliation while institutional resistance remains strong. So, where does this leave us? We're watching a fascinating power struggle play out in real time. On one side, we have a king who's clearly prioritising family relationships and seems willing to assert his authority when necessary. On the other side, we have an heir who appears to be operating with a level of independence that's causing friction. The recent expert commentary about hierarchy and deference suggests that patience is running thin at the highest levels. When palace sources start making pointed comments about knowing one's place in the succession, that's not subtle royal messaging, that's a direct warning. What happens next will likely depend on whether the current tensions can be resolved privately or if they continue to spill into public view. The monarchy's strength has always been its ability to present unity, even during difficult times. This situation is developing rapidly, and I have a feeling we're going to see more interesting developments in the coming weeks. The royal family is clearly at a crossroads, and the decisions made now will likely shape the institution's future for years to come. What do you think about all of this drama? Are you team reconciliation or team institutional stability? Let me know in the comments below. As a brand new channel, I absolutely love hearing from each and every one of you. If this is your first time watching Sussex Spotlight, welcome to our growing family. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your support means everything as we build this amazing community together. We're just getting started, and I have so many more royal revelations coming your way. Until next time, keep watching this space, because something tells me this story is far from over.